Tennessee will auction off pretty much whoever gets to put the buoys in the lakes. Whoever is the cheapest bid puts the buoys in the lakes, which means it's ultimately Cletus with a couple of Home Depot buckets that he fills with quick concrete and then attaches to this floating device. And what happens is it moves over time. So it actually doesn't become a buoy. Yeah. It goes over there. So where the buoy was supposed to be, it was not. Oh. So I just smashed across a bunch of rocks.
Better name your kid Kyle better than Brian.
Well, Kyle's a good name.
Carly is a good name too.
Carly's a great name.
I have not met a Carly who's an unpleasant human being.
I do know quite a few Mikes, and
there's a lot of Mikes.
To fill everybody in, we're talking names and how I've met several Brians that are not best people, and so yeah.
Have you met a good Chad? Anybody
yeah,
met
my cousin.
Okay, there you go.
Have I?
Brads and Chads a lot of times are kind of known as
Brad
like
for sure.
I had a friend Chad in high school that I was thinking about him the other day. That him and I were very good buddies. He was good people. Ooh. And I know another Chad that's a dick.
Chad can go either way,
right? Like Kyle.
Yeah.
It could hang or it could be.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wait, so Jim, is your full name James?
James.
I dated James once.
Jimothy.
All right, I'm going right into the grind my gear section.
Wait, that doesn't say if it was good or not.
Nicknames that have no belonging with the original name.
He was nice.
I'm sorry,
like Dick,
like Jim and James, or
Richard and Dick.
Richard and Dick.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid for the first time seeing that. I was at the doctor's office. It was like Dick. I'm like, but he says his name's Richard. My mom was like, oh, that's just the name for those people. I'm like, why are they a dick?
What is up with okay, some nicknames or shortenings make sense. Michael, Mike.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
it's pretty
what I'm saying.
straightforward. Richard, Dick. What?
Yeah.
And my uncle,
James,
John,
Jim.
was Jack.
Really?
Oh, no, that's what it was. It was
John and Jack.
Because it was like Kennedy went by Jack.
Yeah.
I'm like, how does this get to,
Yeah. You just start doing that. Just mess with people.
are there any female nicknames that go that way? Actually, I'd say okay, I already know one or two, I think.
Just add Lynn to a lot of them.
Yeah.
Elizabeth and like
Liz. That's
Katie, Catherine.
Carly and Carl. No?
Yeah,
Dungeon Crawler Carly.
I love it when people email me and then they spell it Carly when in my email it says Carlee. Especially people that know me well. I'm just like,
But dude,
really?
Not a beer quote, but a good one.
I have to spell check your name.
Stupidity. No, don't attribute maliciousness where stupidity could be blamed.
Yeah.
Right.
Or where auto spell correct.
Yeah.
Autocorrect.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're living in a society where we have all these tools at our disposal and nobody uses them. Just
and
go
most
on
of the
Facebook.
tools are not
Yeah,
great.
Just go to Facebook groups and we use some great
I
grammar.
have a tool I'm about to use, and it's going to be fantastic.
Yes,
There we go.
indeed. It's the Ales and Tails glass.
Oh, did y'all see the story of the cow using a tool? This is the first recorded history. It is a cow, regardless of being the smartest cow in the world, that uses a stick to scratch his butt.
Nice.
And
That
cows have entered the tool use
the ape
phase.
stage. They've leveled up. That's
Or at
pretty
least
strong.
one has.
Damn you, Stanley Kubrick.
I love the fact that like cows have done that. It's one cow, right?
It counts.
It's one.
He might have just figured it out, and maybe the rest of the cows will be like, "Oh,
That's
okay."
evolution.
That's how it happens. You make a change in the environment, and then
Or
everyone starts doing it. And
The other cows see him and go, "What are you doing, dude? Put
Actually,
that thing down."
the reality is the other cows are going to see him and go, "Meh."
It's like crabs in
brain.
the crabs
No
in
wrinkles.
the bucket.
By the way, welcome to the Ales and Tails podcast.
Let's go. 101.
10 minutes into the podcast.
3.
Okay, good. 3. Time flies when you're having fun.
I said 101. This might be 104
This is 101.
by the time we release the other
Yeah,
three that we skipped.
that's right. That's true.
Ah,
Good point. Don't worry about the
I
number.
don't know what this is episode.
Question mark.
You can go edit that in later.
So yeah, if you've tuned in and there were people here and I wasn't, okay, that was a different episode
Who are
series.
Who's this
I'm just
intruder on our podcast?
this host guy. By the way, my name is Mike Mercury. I'm your host with my co-hosts and beer buddies Carly Duggan,
Yes.
Ben Purrier, and Jim
That was my
McCarthy,
weird curtsy.
and a hidden Jim's daughter off in the corner that you can't see.
She's not here. And she's definitely 21 getting sips of beer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Howdy, y'all good?
She didn't get
You could
sips of
say
beer.
yes.
She got sips of
Go
alcoholic
ahead,
fruit
say it.
juice.
Say it. No, she's not going to say it. Just like her mother.
Just don't say anything. Just
The
go.
most,
"Ah!"
the most nonverbal yes I have seen. Okay, so today we're going to be doing Northwoods Brewing Company's Glass DDH IPA. And this is coming right after our sugary tongue glove fest from Zool. So this is going to be interesting and hopefully is going to wipe out some of the sweetness from the last episode.
Oh, man.
I picked
I'm going
this-
from sugar to hops. My heartburn's going to go.
I picked this because I've always seen they have really good distribution from New Hampshire, from what I understand. And I see them in all types of different stores around the area here. And I'm never inclined to buy them simply because they have a lot of hunting imagery on the cans.
Fishing.
One in particular with a fish. And it's like, I just can't wrap my head around that. You know, it makes it like,
You don't
is
know
this
what a fish is?
So
is it going to be be a flavored beer? You know?
I forget the brewery. There's a brewery that's an IPA, like a Japanese brewery, and they use Bonito
Flakes.
Bonito
yeah.
flakes in it, which I was really disappointed by because I got zero Bonito flakes. It just tastes like an IPA to me. I was like expecting some briny, fishy, because I got like a good oyster stout. So the oyster stout, they use oysters to brew the stout and it gives it this salty brininess to complement that malty, roasty character.
So I'm a huge fan of seafood. I love salmon and trout, and I smoke fishes and then cook a lot of fish and whatnot. So when I was at the Asian market recently, I ended up getting a bunch of Bonito flakes. And so far, I am really not impressed.
Really?
Yeah, it's cool to look at because it's like paper thin, and you put it on hot rice, and it just sits there and it starts moving because it's so thin. It starts to kind of crinkle down and kind
Okay.
of melt, and the heat's making it. It's weird to watch, but there's nothing really that great. Not that special.
It's just like not a lot of flavor, or the flavor's not good.
I don't know if mine is necessarily the best one, but it does add a smoky, fishy flavor
Okay.
to some degree. Like on rice, I do like it, but you have to put a lot. It's
Asian-
not like you can just kind of sprinkle. You have to be like,
Asian cookies, very, very measured, very balanced. You know, they're always looking for the 5 flavors to meld perfectly into a bite. So I wonder if it is just like ratios and how it's used. And
yeah.
I don't know.
But if you want some, I got plenty.
All right, I'll try them out.
If you want to, if you're new to the podcast, by the way, we will get to beer, I promise. We're going to review some beer, let you know what we think, and whether you should give it a shot or not. You can decide. You can follow us on the alesandtalespodcast.com, which is going to give you your podcast options or your video options, and of course, donation options. We'd be more than happy to have. Again, today, Northwoods Brewing Company. I've never seen. I'm fascinated. You said you see them in a lot of stores because this is my first time seeing them.
Really?
I am going to give
I
them.
don't go to a lot of stores to buy beer anymore, though.
Where do you go?
You just get it shipped to your house.
You can through Tavour, Tavour. If you never checked it out, be careful because you'll run through some money. I had a buddy Jason that dropped like $1,000. No, I've never actually ordered through there. No, I mean I don't drink a lot at home too much. Like I've said in the past, I've been buying the cheap Kirkland beer.
worse.
Just 5 a night.
I said I don't
Not
drink
too
at
much.
home.
You're out and about drinking.
Yeah, every now and then.
Every now and then, every night, when
Was
and why.
Trim Tab Brewing in Birmingham yesterday.
Shrimp's Head Brewing.
Trim
Trim
Tab.
Tab.
That sounds way.
I gotta say, like,
way better.
I only know them for their stouts, and I bought their stouts for they're generally really good. And I was a little disappointed by the beer there. I'm not gonna lie, like it was okay. I had 3 different beers, and nothing was stand out there to me.
So we won't tag them in this episode.
Yeah,
It's like Shrimp's Head Brewing.
really
What
cool
are really
space,
bad brewing
man.
names.
Yeah, really cool.
Garbage
space.
Juice Brewing.
All right, that's gonna be the running gag of the episode. Like, what are the worst brewery names
Possible we
you
can
can
come up
Manhattan.
with.
Manhattan Dumpster Brewing.
Roadkill Cafe Brewing,
Poop Soup Brewing.
Chunk of Skunk Porter. I don't know.
It's like the garbage
Chunk
can-
of Skunk Schwartz beer. There we go.
It's like the Garbage Pail Kids versions of beer.
Oh, that'd be a great idea.
Flattened Skunk Brewery.
I mean, if all of them were like really skunky IPAs that you specialize in, that might not be bad.
I don't know if it's the Zool from last episode or all the laughing. That just gave me a headache. That was pretty good.
I told you that sugar will sneak up on you.
Buddy. Okay.
Bile Brewing Company.
God.
What'd you say?
Bile Brewing Company.
Afterburst Brewing, an
nothing but
all-female owned
strawberry
company.
cheesecake beers.
What's that? Copper Penny Brewing.
That might actually be a brewery. Copper Penny? That seems like a legit name. Or is there a joke here I'm not getting?
Just, it's blood.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a wooden nickel brewing.
I could see that.
So, Northwoods Brewing Company. I do want to give them extra credit for the grippy tape on this.
Oh yeah, let me see.
Oh yeah.
That's got like if this slips out of your hand while drinking it, you suck.
I like it. That's interesting.
That's nice.
Sounds like sandpaper.
It is like very.
So they say rare and few are the days of glass, as any fly fishing enthusiast knows. Apparently, you have to be a fly fisher to understand that.
I got it loaded up and queued for you. We'll get back there.
The DDH IPA is uniquely, I can't tell you the flavors because we're going to decide if that's true or not. Each sip is full of, I'm not going to tell you the flavors. Fermented with an ale yeast native to Maine and brewed to make every day a little more like a glass day. Oh, okay. I bet I get it.
So
Glass
fishing
day.
on glass, this phrase
smooth.
refers to fishing in very calm, clear, glassy water conditions, often in early morning or late afternoon. And for those that do fish and fly fish, according to Google AI, whatever it is, the best fishing days in 2026 generally fall 2 to 3 days before and after new or full moons. May and June are anticipated to be excellent.
That makes sense because you want to see what's going on, and glass, when water's like glass, obviously. That's good for boating, and it's good for skiing, and it's good for fly fishing. Okay, I get that. Never fly fished. Have you ever fished?
No.
I've fished, I've never fly fished. Never been deep sea
I don't
fishing.
remember if I have.
Like lake
Is that
trout
exciting?
fishing.
It's fishing in general, I've not found exciting. When I lived in Destin, Florida, I used to go out on the jetties, and I had just like a Walmart rod and reel, and I'd throw it in, and within 3 minutes, I would catch a fish.
It's like,
But it was like, oh, cool, got something, and then you're done.
was
But-
because
and
you
then I
didn't have
went
to
to
work hard enough for it.
But then I went to the lake here, and it was like, zzz.
Yeah.
That's the part. It's not supposed to be exciting. It's supposed to be calm and relaxing. You can get lost in your thoughts. You can
You're starting to look like my dog.
Get 1,000 miles stare like you have PTSD from not having anything to do because you're. I can't. Okay, I'm done.
What? Yeah, that was fishing. So anyway, Carly, you want to describe the can? Oh no, wait. You're going to do it. You got a quote?
Yeah.
So we're going from here. We got quote. We got brewery. We got
Your
can.
I came, I saw, I ordered a beer.
Julius Caesar.
Yeah.
Slightly less epic,
Climactic.
but at the same time,
I don't know. Ordering the right beer can be pretty
yeah,
epic.
that's true. It can be. All right, tell us about the brewery a little bit there, Ben.
All right, we have Northwoods Brewing. If I can get back there, I think I lost my sight. Shoot. Our beer. Here we go. Let's go to home. So Northwoods is located in New Hampshire. They are beer, pizza, crullers, oh my. So they have a bakery that opens at 8 a.m., which looks kind of nice. Obviously, you can tell from this can, it seems like all of their art, I think, is fishing related. I mean, you mentioned hunting, so I wonder if they expanded.
Yeah, there was another can with a moose on it. So.
Oh, okay. So nestled in Northwood, New Hampshire, the family-owned Northwoods Brewing Company thrives on a passion for craft beer, nature, and community. Infused with the tranquility of fly fishing, see, tranquil, calm, Mike, centered. Where was I? Shit. And an embrace of natural beauty, our brews are crafted to transport you to memorable moments, be it a leisurely dinner among friends or celebrating new achievements. Committed to using local ingredients, we create a diverse range of artisanal beers that resonate with New Englanders and anyone who values connecting with what they love. And I like how they kind of tie it around. Like they're a little quote on the can that I should let Carly get to here in a minute that I'm not going to, is beer should take you somewhere. I like it.
Nice.
And hopefully not crash you along the way.
The middle of the woods.
Okay, so I just looked up when you said crawlers. I was like, oh, and I checked it out, dude. The picture of their crawlers, that is a
Their
no
pizza look
joke
good.
Bakery.
Bakery. Let's get to the
Oh, I
bakery
thought you
and
meant
check
like
it
a
out.
crawler, like the
Like
worms
Dunkin' Donuts.
that you use to
Oh.
fish with.
That
Like a
does
night
make sense. I get
crawler?
that. Okay,
I was
fair
thinking
enough.
like a Dunkin' Donuts.
No, that's
crawler.
like the donut crawler donut. Yeah.
Are you
I
seeing
love
that?
those.
Is that on their Instagram?
Yeah. Well, look right there.
Oh, wow.
And they're at
Northwoods Brewing
it.
Co. is their Instagram handle, and they have a lot of the pictures of the pizza on there, which does look fantastic.
and they're out of New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Northwoods,
not close.
New Hampshire.
No.
Okay. And yeah, their glass has a fishing lure on it and everything else, which I'm assuming is their logo because it's the same as this can, which Carly is about to
Okay,
describe.
here's, for example,
Oh, okay.
there's the one with the fish on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this. It's their Czech style dark lager. The can, I can't tell if that's a raccoon or what the hell that is. Some animal that's like sniffing a chessboard.
That's their
an
mutant
interesting-
raccoon brown ale.
Dude, I'm telling you something. Speckled haze, checking out their other brews.
Well, hopefully, they're going to make some fans here.
Okay, we're about to find out.
We're about to find out.
Carly, tell us about the can.
Sure. So we got this nice taller beer, 16 ounces. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a very texturized kind of design, so it's kind of fun for the touch. Pretty clear and simple. Northwoods Brewing Company in black font. The background is white, and then you get kind of like a tree bush on a pond with like red and yellow and like a reflection almost in the pond. It's kind of like watercolor
What
painting.
are you looking at? Okay,
It's like a
that's a fishing
reflection.
lure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a fishing lure?
It's like a tree on a pond. I was like, wait, I didn't see that.
Very interpretive can art.
Never mind. All right, well, sorry.
It's common in fly fishing.
It looks to me
Come
like
on,
a
Carly.
reflection.
Use all of your fishing knowledge. Come on.
It's supposed to look like a bug.
And then there's a little hop in the water too, which is cute.
Yeah, I do like the hop in the water. That was kind of neat.
If you remember the Edmunds Oast episode, Edmunds Oast, very simplistic can art, just white. It's almost like that, but with art on it. You know, it's white background, almost like an opaque.
Again, can't remember at least any beer having that textured paper.
Yeah,
I like that.
I really like it.
It is a good, simple logo. I like the watercolor art on it. And yeah, it does look like, for those who are not a fisherman or have not been around fishing stuff, I understand it does look like it's like a floating tree bush.
Well, yeah, you get the reverse image because it's glass. So, you know, it's like
At first, when you said
glass
that, I was
water,
like,
so you're
what?
getting the reflection.
And dude, their Instagram is stout. I mean, it is really good variety, very engaging pictures, very interesting stuff. A lot of pizza, a lot of the can art that they have on here. Of course, a lot of the different pours that they have that are in the glasses. And those crullers keep on coming up. And I'm just, oh my gosh, my mouth is
I
watering.
wonder if they ship. I would try those.
Road trip.
Are we ready?
It's a long ass road trip. I love the grip on that can.
Yeah, it's very rugged. You know?
Yes, let's go ahead and pop them open.
All right.
Yeah, when your hands are wet because you're fishing, you need a grippy beer.
There you
That's
go.
probably wise.
Or holding one of those,
Very practical.
slippery fish.
That make you think of beer. Nice color.
Mm.
I'm going to pass that along here.
Thank you.
There you go.
You just hand it out to Al. You should get it. Thank you, my youngest.
That is a very light banana yellow.
No more banana. Please.
Hopefully, we won't taste it. Are you a fan of bananas in general?
It's banana
I
fish.
do.
Okay.
Like a unripe banana.
An unripe? You like unripe bananas?
Well, like not super ripe.
Okay. So this is I'm curious about this. So I like a banana that already has the brown spots on it, sugar spots. It's a little soft, but it's not like mush, you know?
Yeah.
I know at least one person that likes them when they're still green, and I cannot stand.
Oh, that's, you can't eat them that way.
It's just wrong. It's like chewing on this table. Like there's too much texture, and it doesn't have the right flavor.
It's like chewing on a dowel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like not green, but not like
Mush.
what you like. I don't want any brown spots.
Really?
Yeah, just yellow.
It's like you have to time it perfectly, and you only get like 1 or 2 bananas in that time frame, and the rest end up getting mushy, and then I have to make.
Talking about the brown spots, you have like a day for when it maybe a little more than that, where it's like getting some. I don't mind a little bit of brown, but definitely when it gets too brown, where like the texture of the banana gets kind of soft and
You
mushy.
don't want it
like
to
you
get
said.
mushy. Yeah.
It's a little too much.
Jim?
You know, I'm looking at as far as bananas.
Yeah.
Just like, just ripe. Not overly ripe, but, maybe a couple of dark spots on it. That's when it's ready to go. Hallie actually being here, how much food are you eating? My goodness. Thank you. She's having all the snacks that we have here at work.
Hey, man. Bucky's, baby.
Hallie makes a mean banana bread.
Ooh, I love banana
Especially when
bread.
they start getting really overly ripe and ready to be thrown away. She'll turn it into a banana bread with chocolate chips and nuts and all sorts of stuff.
Nice.
She's quite the baker.
Banana bread and zucchini bread are my favorite. That's my number
zucchini
one
bread.
favorite type of bread. My second favorite is beer bread, and my third is any Italian bread.
So if you never had it, check out avocado bread.
Huh.
And so you mix like avocado and egg and flour. And I
Makes
think,
sense.
I think
Keep
that's kind
the
of it.
moisture.
And the avocado acts as the fat, and it was delicious. It's an old
I'm
like
in.
1920s recipe, and I'm like, it plays. So
All right.
I'm like the beer.
It's very
We'll switch
hazy.
over quick. Very opaque, very hazy. I mean, it's a DDH double dry hop, which is, I mean, fairly common for hazies to kind of give them a soft, silky mouthfeel. On the Untapped, let me get back there really quick. Glass, which is the beer we're drinking, is a double dry hopped IPAs built upon a base of malt, oats, and wheat. So the oats and wheat kind of, the oats, why it's getting so cloudy, with Amarillo, Mosaic, and Sabro hop additions.
What was the third one?
Sabro.
Okay. It smells great.
It's got a good bouquet.
Super lemony. But then it's still got a lot of tropical to it.
Which is odd for a, New Hampshire beer to give you a tropical feel.
So, I mean, typically, New Hampshire, Northeast is known for the hazy IPAs. And a lot of times, you'll use the hops that bring out those bright citrus fruit flavors, kind of give it a pop, as opposed to the West Coast where you get the dry, piney, resinous hops.
Yeah.
All right. Has anybody tried it yet?
Not yet. No, let's dive in.
I've been
shall we?
I've been snowing it, sniffing it.
Snow it.
I don't know what the hell that means. It means I've been drinking beer.
Okay, that's solid. You get a little bit of fruit to it, but it still has that nice dry hoppiness to it. But it's not overly dry. It doesn't it's not sucking the moisture off my tongue dry.
No.
But it definitely dries it. I mean, like you get the pop of fruit, and then it definitely keels back to more of a dry finish.
It's not sucking the moisture off the tongue, but is squeegeeing it. It's like just at that point where it's
Okay.
and it goes away, but it doesn't leave you like a sponge. I will say there's still a little bit of moisture there. I like that the flavor goes away pretty quickly, but then another lingering flavor comes back. This is really interesting. There's like a complexity to this.
It's like it starts out as a little bit of sweet and then comes back with bitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a
So,
lot going on.
because I don't know a lot of it. So Sabro hops weren't released until 2018. A unique aroma forward American hop known for a complex profile of coconut, tangerine, tropical fruit, and cream.
Dude, I totally get the coconut.
The coconut and the cream.
Yes. That's that level of complexity in the middle that's really weird.
Mm-hmm. It's almost that kind of like oily fatness, like that rounds out the body.
I like this.
You get
it's not bad.
coconut?
Yeah, right in the middle. Not the first. The first, you get like a little bit of sweet, like almost citrusy, and then it kind of goes away, and then you get like more of the tropical, like pineapple.
I get pineapple.
And then after that, as you get the moisture kind of goes away from your tongue, it leaves you with like a coconut milk texture and flavor to it. It's
Gritty?
It's not like
Well, it even
Punchy.
says cedar was another note. It said comes out with Sabro hops
Cedar?
a lot. I don't know if I get cedar, but maybe a little woody.
I can understand that by the nose. If you chop down or pull down a fresh.
Well,
bough
again,
of
go back to
cedar.
that dryness on the tongue that does make me think of kind of like cedar.
Why don't we talk about the flavor profiles that were on the side of the can?
Okay,
We have not.
I can get that.
Let's go through and see what else we can pick out, and then we can.
It
hop
says
back to it.
DDH IPA is uniquely tropical with aromas of candied citrus peel and stone fruit. Each sip is full of pineapple, melon, and apricot notes with a light bready balance.
That's the part I did not read off the can.
Yeah.
And I didn't read it even. I tried not to even pay attention to
I
it.
didn't want to lead the witness.
The melon I don't get.
I don't know if I get apricot either.
No.
No, but
I'm getting
the
a little bit
stone
of it.
fruit I do.
Yeah.
I get that. It's,
That was
it's
also-
almost got the fuzziness of the peach, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Everything is in good proportion. Like nothing is out of whack on this. This is a very, very well balanced beer.
It's like they knew what they're doing.
Good.
Yeah. What if they're good at fishing?
Any good fishing stories?
Oh yeah, a ton of them.
Ever hooked a finger or somebody else's ear? Or
When we were growing up, we did a lot of deep sea fishing because my father was a huge fisherman, and we had our own boat and everything. So we would always trailer it to different places. We went to Lake Ontario. We'd take it off to where the Block Island, Long Island, and Block Island Sound, Long Island Sound, and Atlantic Ocean would converge around Block Island in that area up in the Northeast. So you'd get these really interesting currents and waves and stuff like that. You know, hey, let's take a 19-foot bow rider out there. That's what we used to do. And I think my first trip out there with him, I was 6 years old, much to my mom's chagrin, but I was so happy to go. It was so cool. Be with my big brother and my dad. But off the coast of Ocean City, Maryland, we used to take it out there. We'd go 35 miles offshore. There was a place called the Jack Spot. But in those places, well, particularly when we took it to Point Judith, Rhode Island, and my uncle would come with us. Somehow my uncle would always wind up in the water. You know, Unintentionally, you know, thought we were sinking kind of thing. Actually, one time we were sinking because my father put the boat in the water.
Didn't have plugs in or whatever?
No, he actually put it in shallow, and the back of the boat hit the boat ramp, the concrete, and the point where it comes down to the back got basically knocked out and put a giant hole in the boat, unbeknownst to us until we were heading out into the inlet to go out into the ocean to go fishing. And all of us kids are having a good time. And, you know, my father's like, what's going on? Why does the engine sound so weird? And all of a sudden he sees the water just pooling in the back. And all of us are like, oh, it's sinking. Let's all run to the back and look, you know, put more weight there. Get to the front of the boat. So he turns it around. We were still close to the docking area. And, you know, my dad's he wasn't a panicky guy. So he would just, you know, simply turn the boat around. But my uncle, fully clothed with his sunglasses on and his hat and a rope in his mouth, jumps in and starts back paddling to him, like, and he's like, Chuck, what are you doing? So I thought we were sinking. He's like, what? The land is right there. We're good, dude. Another time, we were at Charlestown Breachway in Rhode Island, and it was like a self-sustaining type of campground that you would have to go there, make sure you have your own batteries charged, generator, full tank of water, so on and so forth. And we'd put the boat in the water. You'd pull it right up on the shore, make sure it was tied off. But every day we'd go out and go catch bluefish, flounder, whatever happened to be in the Block Island area. Come back that night, and you know, we had a guy that came with us one time who was Italian from the old country. From across the pond, says
so. He was mafia.
No, he was not mafia. He was just he was just Italian.
Yeah,
Tony Cifarelli,
freshly Italian.
Yeah, Italian,
yeah.
And natively Italian. Yeah, but he was going around Rhode Island looking for fresh parsley, which apparently you cannot find. We get back. My father had this way about him where we'd fillet the fish right there on the dock. Mm-hmm. And then take the fillets, and I'm not a fish person. I never really was. But whenever they would make it and like fry it up, oh my gosh, it was so damn good. You know,
right out the water, fresh.
Right out of the. He would actually, so you'd get rid of the fishy smell or the fishy taste of it. He would baste it in egg batter, and that would actually
buttermilk or egg batter and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
Really.
But I mean, every time we went out there, I mean, the water was so crystal clear. On another instance, with my Uncle Chuck, he thought we were going to run aground, and all of a sudden, just splush. Chuck, what the hell are you doing? We're going to run aground. We're in 20 feet of water. It looks like it was right there. Yeah, because it magnifies the ground. It looks like it's so clean.
Also, you know? It can do the opposite because my second ever jet ski launch, put the jet ski in, went for a ride out in Percy Priest, cooking along. Boy, that looks really... I see rocks. Is that far away or is that... There's this one section... So, by the way, just so you know, folks, Tennessee will auction off pretty much whoever gets to put the buoys in the lakes. Whoever is the cheapest bid puts the buoys in the lakes, which means it's ultimately Cletus with a couple of Home Depot buckets that he fills with quick concrete and then attaches to this floating device. And what happens is... it moves over time. So it actually doesn't become a buoy. Yeah. It goes over there. So where the buoy was supposed to be, it was not. Oh. So I just just smashed across a bunch of rocks.
Was this yours? Was this a rental?
This was mine.
Oh.
My first trip was great. The second one, not great.
Did you wreck the hoe?
I'm not gonna lie. When you started the story, I was kind of maliciously hoping the story was gonna start off my second jet ski accident, and then you said launch. I was like, oh.
Yeah, no. So jet skis and most boats will have like an auto, like a pump that's built in.
Yeah,
that
a bilge.
a bilge. Because I was like, all right, I don't know what the damage is, but it's probably not good. Able to get it off the rocks. Got back on it, started it up, and riding along. And I'm like, oh, crap. So the back end is underwater, and this thing is just doing all it can to pump water out while also project forward. So it's just like
Scooping water in.
Yeah. So for the next like 5 miles, I'm just like, don't die.
Well, Percy Priest is,
That's a sketchy
It is.
lake to begin with because it's all like pointy sticks. You know, every single lake in Tennessee is man-made.
Oh, yeah.
What?
What?
Really?
Well, I guess, they dam up the rivers and
And then
stuff like
flood.
that.
Yeah, Percy Priest, there is a house in a town section that was down there that got
That's common.
yeah.
Yeah.
Johnson City, same thing. There's 3 different lakes, beautiful lakes, but all flooded
I
valleys.
did not know that.
Yeah.
See, we had I think it was one of the first reservoirs ever built in the country in Candlewood Lake. But it's not really a reservoir, it's a battery because it's up on top, it's elevated, and they pump water into a Candlewood Valley. They dammed up either end, and then they store it and then pull it out whenever they need to generate electricity, and it goes into the Housatonic River. But because of that, it's basically stagnant water. And, it got like this milfoiled seaweed in it over time, and it would get caught in the props and everything. But similar to what you're saying, houses, structures, there's a big iron girder bridge at some point. I don't know if I ever told this story about, like, I get really skeeved out. Like, one of my big, horror movie moments is like being underwater in murky depths where you can't see anything. Like if I were to go scuba diving in Candlewood, I'd be like, nope, I'm out. No, I don't know how you guys do it. But there's a video on YouTube, and my wife she'll completely tell you my reactions because we were at my in-laws. Somehow I got on this. I'm like, I've always heard about this bridge, and I looked it up on YouTube. She's about to go to sleep, and I'm just looking at stuff on my phone. And sure enough, somebody found the bridge in Candlewood Lake, and they had a GoPro video of them going down to it. And I'm 1,000 miles away from this lake, in bed, watching it on my phone, going, eventually you see it just come into view, and you're like, oh my God. And she's like, what are you watching? I said, the bridge in Candlewood Lake.
Not scrotum surgery or something. It's a bridge.
Have you ever seen the fiberglass shark that was buried at the bottom of the lake to scary divers? Scary divers. So you're going on how well you can see that.
Oh my
You're
God.
diving down, and all of a sudden you come across this
Ooh, yeah,
image
that'll
of a
get you.
shark. I remember being a kid, and my neighbor, and I'm like 6, and we had a neighbor that had a pool that, the weekends, whatever, we'd walk down the street to, and he'd let us go and swim in his pool. First time I ever put a scuba tank on, it scared the crap out of me because, I'm 6 and it's as big as I am. All of a sudden I'm like down and I can't go anywhere. I'm like, just take it off and jump back up. We had this big green spot at the bottom of the deep end. And, 6-year-old imagination would run away wild. I had a big imagination kid. And in my brain, it would scare the crap out of me because I always would imagine it as an alligator. Or like a crocodile. Like if I swam too hard, it would wake up and come get me or something. Like I knew it wasn't, but I couldn't stop my brain from just being like going crazy.
That's one of the most frightening things for me is to have my feet touch seaweed.
Oh, yeah.
You're in a lake and,
Or like a
and a fish
mushy
just
mud.
brushes up by you. You don't know what it was.
We did that at Lake Norman in North Carolina. They have really mushy mud out there. Oh,
My wife won't get into a lake. If it's got fish in it, she's not going. That's also because, they used to have a place down in Florida, and there was a creature, I don't know what it was, some lake in Florida, and there was a creature that was bigger than the dock was.
Manatee.
They'd see it like in a lake.
Freshwater manatees.
No, this was bigger than a man. No, this was bigger than
Bigger
the
than
dock.
a manatee?
Yes.
In a lake.
A manatee's not as big as this table.
Yeah, it is.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bigger.
Okay.
They're pretty big. They're called sea cows.
Sea cows. They're huge.
I don't know. Okay. But apparently that was my thought. She's like, oh no, it was much bigger. Like we're talking a full.
And the
Well,
funny thing is, they're
dock.
completely harmless.
So,
Yeah.
so when I lived in Destin, Florida, I used to go out on the jetty. It was like the ridiculous beach of never-ending sorrow. But in order to get to the jetties, I lived where I could walk to the jetties and walk to the beach, which was great, or ride my bicycle. So I'd put my rod on my shoulder and I'd ride the bicycle down. But the beach it was like where you parked, the sand never ended. Like it was walking through a desert to finally get to this oasis. It was so long. Like what you normally do when you go to a beach, you park and then you walk through the parking lot, you get to the beach and it's like maybe a 3-minute walk at the most and you're at the water. No. We're talking like a 10+ minute walk where you're just like trudging through sand and you're like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Yes.
No, I've done that a bunch too. And you're like, when will this ever
end? The calf
end?
muscles, the calf muscle burn the next day is like,
And then sand is just everywhere. Oh, yeah. And you're like drenched in sweat.
I hate sand.
Lake boating and recreational swimming, just make sure the lake is part of a river system because at least it flushes.
It helps when it's not stagnant and murky.
Right. Because in Candlewood, they call it the Candlewood Cold. And there was one time when we still lived there where when I worked for the radio station, my first radio station, we had a pontoon that we would take out, the party barge. And, all of us would have a good time, have a couple beers out there on the evening. And Courtney and I were still dating at this point. And she thought we brought her cousin with us. So, hey, let's push her into the water. Courtney pushes her cousin in the water. So I come up behind Courtney and push Courtney into the water. And she wound up with a double ear infection.
Hey, it could have been worse. Going back to Percy, I think it was Percy Priest. It might have been Old Hickory. It was just a couple years ago. And somebody got like a brain-eating parasite.
Yeah.
By being in the water.
Yeah.
Kind of like, little neti pasta. They always use distilled water. Keep the tap water. You get some weird in there. And like, that's scary, man. Like you just jump in the water and all of a sudden you got worms eating your brain.
Like we used to go fishing in that lake, but we would never eat the fish.
Oh, man.
But my father and I, we'd go out on the weekends and have a good time and, ski behind the boat. And I got a boogie board for my birthday one time. I think it was 9. And you'd be out there, I learned how to get up on my knees and do all the things. And he was going through some part of the lake where all of a sudden, like you saw the rocks, I saw the milfoil seaweed just below the surface. And it's like, if I fall off, I'm going to feel that. And it's like right there. I mean, this stuff, it would grow to like 40 feet long.
We had,
it was awful.
We had up in the mountains, North Carolina, a little man-made lake, and it had lily pads growing in it. Now these aren't the giant ones, but I mean they're solid. And I would always be worried, make sure never to swim through them because, like again, in my head, it's like you're gonna get tangled up and you're just gonna get dragged down and not be able to break free. And
so So real quick, because we got to get back to this beer. When I would walk that walk out to the jetties, normally I was the only person out there, but I went out this one time. It was one of my first, maybe 5 times ever there when I was in Destin. And I would carry my goggles and I would snorkel around the jetty just to see what I'd see. There'd be some underwater crabs and stuff like that. It was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
But there's another family over here on the beach, and it's the Gulf, so it's clear as could be. Yeah. It's beautiful. But right along the jetties, because the wave is hitting that, it's kind of murky. But I could get down to the rocks and see things. Well, I dove down. You can have if you're snorkeling, you can hold your breath and just boop and go down. So I went down, and a fin goes and mushes across my face.
For those of you listening, goes across his face.
Just smushes my face, and I'm like, I'm like backpedaling because I was sure it was a shark. And as I backpedal, it pushes all the sediment away in the water, and there's this manatee, and I'm like, whoa!
Don't touch it.
And he was just hanging out right against the jetties.
What you up to, buddy?
Up, and I came back down, and I was just petting this thing, and it was just looking at me.
You're not supposed to touch him.
It was cool. It was chill. Yeah. And I was like, I popped back
it's
up.
illegal.
No, yeah, typically you don't want to touch marine life because they'll have like a protective film and like the oils that on your hand.
Manatee is a protected species and you're not supposed to touch it.
Well, you're not supposed to because you can injure them. But the reality is, what's weird is if you look at every manatee, they have scars all along their back.
Propellers.
Because they're dumb.
From the props of boats.
Yeah, the cows.
They're just like, oh, something's coming. Cool.
Yeah.
They're
getting away.
Yeah.
We see it turn into fish burger.
But no, I popped my head out of the water. I was like, kids, manatee. And the parents were like, really? And so like everybody came out and this thing was just like chilling, eating some seaweed and whatnot. We all petted it. It was cool as could be. But yeah, it scared the poo out of me when that thing hit me at first. I was like, oh my God.
Speaking of like terrifying things in water, I don't know if I ever told the story before, but Lake Ontario was a frequent thing that we used to go. We used to tow the boat up there all the time. And, Lake Ontario is one of the deepest Great Lakes. Mm-hmm. So we're probably about 10 miles offshore, just trolling. Some of the best memories I ever had were in those groupings of summers that we had with my dad, listening to the Beach Boys over and over and over again. It would just be he and I trolling around, waiting for fish to bite. And it was a really hot August day around my birthday. And I'm like, my gosh, it's sweltering out here. He goes, jump in. I said, oh, my bathing suit. He's like, yeah, just strip down to your skivvies and jump in, cool off. I said, you serious? He's like, yeah, go ahead. All right. So I did. I jump in, swim around. I'm like, I felt refreshed. I go, what's the depth here? And he looks over. He's kind of like watching me, and he's sitting in the pilot seat, and 860 feet. I'm like, I'm coming in. Nope. Nope, I am done.
You're afraid you were going to sink instantly?
Dude,
What?
it's just something that's psychological
That's
about
interesting.
that kind of depth, man. I mean, that's a lot of space between you and the ground.
Yeah, like I go to the ocean, I can't go past where I can touch. As soon as I get to where my feet can't touch the bottom, again, imagination runs wild and there's sharks underneath me, which there probably are.
The lake doesn't bother me. The ocean bothers me because if I'm not touching, I feel like I can, at least if I see a shark or something, I could run because I'm touching the ground, which, by the way, is a stupid idea because you cannot run in water, but at least I feel like there's a chance.
Well, that and they pick up the electric, like if you're running, it's like signals panic and that it's more likely you're prey and they're going to be more interested to
That
check
scares
it out.
them off.
Yeah, sure.
So you're supposed to turn towards him and go, hey, shark.
Punch him in the nose, yeah.
I know.
Chuck Norris.
I was
have
really
to
curious.
run
We're
into
talking
that.
about manatees being stupid and getting chopped up, and I'm like, well, surely people have eaten manatees before. I wonder what manatees taste like.
I think you're ever going to find
Did
out.
you just look that
No,
up?
I did. It's apparently beef-like, most commonly compared to lean beef in appearance and flavor. Pork-like, some accounts, including those from the 19th century, described it as tasting like pork once cooked. Texture described as having both red and white meat with the texture similar to steaks or pork chops. And then here's a really good description. Oh, where'd it go? This guy starts off, the meat tasted faintly of mud, but not unpleasantly so.
Okay. So the topic I never expected to have come up is, what does manatee taste like? It's awful.
Does not taste like chicken.
Jim's like, you're not supposed to touch them. Ben's like, what do they taste like?
The guy's uncle said he doesn't like it. It tastes too much like porpoise.
It's awful. All right, beer.
It's like, what does a sea turtle taste
I'm
like?
liking it. I wish there was more tropical punch to it. It's a little drier than I like. I mean, I'm picky about my IPAs. I like them fruity and juicy and not too dry. And this one's a little dry on the finish. And I'm wondering if, because it is about 6 months old in the can, if we've lost some of the juicy tropical goodness.
Interesting. I don't care if they're super juicy or not. I actually like dryness. I like dry wines. I love this. I think it's fantastic. I think there's a certain amount of, you get the juicy, fruity flavors up front, the tropical flavors, then you get some interesting depth that you don't normally get. And again, it's that kind of coconutty kind of, I don't know. It's different. And then it just washes away and then it's gone. I like that. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like Ben said, I definitely prefer the juicy, fruity, kind of punchy IPAs. And this one has a little bit of that tropical, but yeah, it is dry and it's like I'm thirsty and
Makes you want to drink more.
I could drink more, but it's good. It's not like amazing.
Interesting. Jim?
It's like straight line. Yeah. I like the hints of the fruit and a little bit of sweetness, but everything you said was pretty much spot on. You know, I don't really detect too much dryness from it. Nothing that's really notable or offensive to me if need be. But
Offensively dry.
Right.
I've had some of those. This is not offensively dry. It's just,
it's enjoyable as a kind of a background type of drinker. Like we've been telling stories of all this stuff and just taking a sip or two here and there. And
I typically like IPAs when it's warmer out, hot. Again, going back to the kind of juicy, refreshing. I guess that's why I don't like the dries, because if it's hot, I'm probably thirsty, and then if my mouth dries out,
It defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
defeats the porpoise.
Defeats the porpoise. What would this pair well with?
Oddly enough, a fish dish. Maybe a trout, maybe a bluefish.
I'm going like Middle Eastern kebabs.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe like a fried fish
I don't know what it is,
sandwich.
but it feels like the dryness
Grouper?
would pair well with that.
I'm thinking grouper, maybe.
Some tartar sauce.
Kebabs are kind of dry, though.
little bit. But I mean, depends on where you go get
Get
it.
a good tzatziki or
Yeah,
something.
you got to go to the right place.
Yeah, I like tzatziki.
So I love, you don't find it often, but fried grouper. If you get grouper and then you bread it yourself and fry it, I love fried.
Any place on the water in Florida, you're going to get that.
Yeah, I'm talking here. 'Cause you
No, of course not.
here. But yeah, fried grouper, this would go great with a good thick breaded fish. This would go well with.
Okay, a good bruschetta.
Interesting. Okay.
Bruschetta?
Bruschetta.
It's actually pronounced bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
I had so I worked at Mulberry Street Trattoria. How do you say? I can never roll my R's. Trattoria.
Trattoria.
And
Ben's having
I'm
a
like,
stroke.
I'm in my 20s.
Small toast.
And I think I know my stuff. And I'm working at it's lunch shift, and these two guys come in. They order the bruschetta, and I did the same thing. Like, you mean bruschetta? This dude about picked up his knife and stabbed me. He was an old Italian guy. He just got like, I just offended his grandmother. Bruschetta. Yes, sir. Learned my lesson. I hated working that job because there was no training. And it was a huge menu. It wasn't just like some short Italian. I mean,
It was like the Cheesecake Factory menu
dude,
of.
yeah, you got 10 different chicken dishes and 10 different steak dishes and 10 different pasta and like all this stuff, and they're all traditionally named though. Like the menu is more or less in Italian, and I didn't speak Italian, so people would order stuff. I had no idea what they ordered. I'd go and I look through the menu. That sounds about right, and just plug it in. Hope for the best. That job didn't last very long.
Did about the same amount of training as Crest Honda under Robert Harley.
Not nearly as much as Crest Honda. All right, here's a question for you. What's
What?
the best training you ever got from a job? Who do you think did it best?
I'd say Mercedes.
Mercedes?
They wouldn't let you on the floor until you took a certain amount of
Yeah.
modules.
I got to say, we were talking about this over the weekend. One of the best places I've ever received training was Wendy's. So Wendy's had a 4-step system to train, which was perfect because like there's too much in the education system these days that is didactic learning. You learn this, but you don't use it until 20 years from now. By the time you forgot it, instead of having it like get to actually do it and use it real life, And so it was, I'll tell you how to do it, and then you got to tell me how to do it to my satisfaction before we can move to step 3, which is me showing you how to do it. And you got to show me how to do it before you can pass to get on there. So it was true one-on-one training with somebody that knew how to do it, but it's like you had to mentally conceive of it, and then you had to be able to do it.
So you had to tell them where the beef was before you could they could show you where the beef was.
That's right. Always fresh, never frozen. I can attest to that.
You could what?
Attest.
I thought you said you could.
That's what I heard.
Okay, good. I thought you said
I got a scar to prove it.
I could detest to that. I was like, wait, what?
For all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
All intensive purposes.
Porpoise. All intents and purposes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I want to be the scapegoat.
I'm going to have to start using that one. I like it.
It's good. Okay, this is I like this beer a lot.
I like it too.
feel like I could pair this with a bunch of different things. I keep thinking of more stuff. Like when you said hamburger, when you talk about Wendy's, yes. Pizza, yes.
I think with the bruschetta,
Salad.
it's just that kind of bright, acidic, fresh flavor to go along with this kind of dryness on the back end. would
The
be
thing,
good.
the thing is that the rustic artwork, backwoods kind of hunter-esque fisher, country boy can't survive type of imagery that they have, but bougie northeast type of
Country
imagery.
boy, bougie north.
Yes. It doesn't line up with like craft beer for me. I have a perception problem when I see it in the store. It's mainly at the Parkway Wine and Spirits here in Spring Hill. That's where I see it a lot. But I see it I got this today at Port Royal Liquors. But it's just the artwork just kind of throws me off.
I
I don't know why.
It does not faze me whatsoever. It just looks like artwork. And again, I love holding this can.
It's a working man's craft beer.
Yeah, I guess so.
Between like the rugged texture.
I just got to
and the
reinvent my
imagery.
mindset about it.
Yeah.
All right, shall we rate it?
Let's do it.
Carly's falling asleep on all the fishing stories.
I think she's got a stomach ache from the last time.
Back when
all
I was
the beer.
6, my mom took me fishing, and we sat there for a few hours, and well, eventually I caught one, and it was a good day.
See, that's the thing about deep sea fishing. I get what you're
falsely.
saying about sitting at a lake and just staring into nothingness. When you go deep sea fishing, especially if it's on not like a big party charter with like a ferry, but on the back of a good ocean going vessel, it's just you and your buddies, and you go out into the ocean. you have if a guy knows where he's going and he knows what he's doing, you'll put the rod in the water and you'll be bringing in a fish and it'll take you 2-3 hours. You're sitting there just constantly just reeling it in, and you're getting a freaking back exercise and biceps and shoulders.
Well, that sounds exciting.
Well, when you're fighting something that's 3 times your weight in there, and
it's like, who's going to wear out first? It's really man versus animal.
I'd like to have this fish so I can eat it. So let me take 2 to 3 hours wearing my ass out.
That's right. You got to earn it
to get the fish.
It's great though.
I could go to the restaurant and they've already done it for me.
Tuna was the best kind of fish we caught. I mean, they put up a hell of a fight. It took about 45 minutes to get one in.
What kind of tuna?
It wasn't like the big kind that you see on wicked tuna.
Like yellowtail.
Yellowfin or
2 feet long, maybe. I'm not sure how big they were or what kind it was. It was been a while.
Bluefin, yellowtail. Get that back.
Skipjack or something.
Might have been. But I mean, that's something that I would love to do. I really want to spend a long weekend at the Ritz-Carlton on Haulover Inlet and watch stupid boaters go throughout in that inlet, especially people in pontoon boats that are trying to navigate the inlet going out into the ocean, and go on a chartered deep sea fishing. That's like a bucket list item for me.
You want a fun time? Take your buddies, go sit at the marina on the dock, drinking, and just heckle people. Laughing at them trying to get the boats in and out.
Yep. Dude, they have freaking Instagram channels dedicated to
I saw that.
Miami boat ramps.
You can almost like see the moment some marriages break.
Oh, yeah. That and backing in an RV. That'll test a marriage. It's true. What do you mean left? Your left or my left? Good thing that Courtney and I actually did some YouTube research before we started doing that, and you got to say driver side, passenger side. Oh, okay.
You didn't just give her the flags.
I was the one backing it in. I couldn't hold flags.
That's the what?
I couldn't.
He wanted to do the flags.
Like you're putting you're guiding a plane into the ramp.
Just have her hold the flags and guide you.
Yeah.
All right, let's rate it.
I'm going 6.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, it's not my favorite IPA, but it's good. I liked it. It just didn't blow me away.
Carly?
6 gyms or a fear of seaweed out of 10.
Ooh. 6 seaweeds in a pond.
I'd say I think it's a strong 8. 8 gyms, getting terrified of seaweed. And
all right.
Ironclad bridges underneath the Candlewood Lake.
Yeah.
I would give this 8.5 hours worth of tugging at the line
careful.
to bring in the fish.
What are you tugging at there, Mike?
Yeah, I like 8.5.
I don't know if to be sad or proud of you.
Yeah, it's worth the effort. It's good.
That's a lot of chafing.
Oh, God. What was that? What's the Talking Head album? Sand in the Vaseline?
Yeah, oh, gosh.
Sand in the
All right, wrap it up.
All right. So, if you want to try it, Northwoods Brewing Company. If nothing else, you'll know it by the feel of the can. I like that grippy, the logo. Glass DDH IPA. If you want an IPA that's going to dry out pretty quickly and not just overly fruit you, this is a good one.
Yeah.
I kind of like being overly fruited, though.
Hey. Yeah. Nice. So Northwoods Brewing Company, give it a shot. Let us know what you think. Till next time, cheers.
Cheers, everybody.